Hello, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. I just turned it on a little bit early so folks can roll in. It's good to see you. I am thankful for you hopping in. Even my buddy Dylan, who was on this morning, and he's on this evening with me. Hello, everyone. Kamarasana, good morning, Miss Kamarasana. Good morning, Miss Gary. Hello. Yeah, hey, Adrian and Arbaz, no, tomorrow is not a 3-hour early release. I don't know where you heard that from. Tomorrow's a regular school day. We have Friday off, though. Friday is not, there is no school on Friday. Tomorrow's a full day, though. Hello again, Miss Carson. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Just going to give an opportunity for you to ask the questions that are on your mind so we can share the information, get anything cleared up, and just keep that line of communication open. Here we go, already rocking and rolling on Instagram. Mary on IG, do you know where we're doing graduation yet? I've submitted my plan and I'm waiting for approval. And as soon as we get approval, I will publish, I promise you. Baby Bunny on IG, when does spring break begin and end? So we have Friday off. April 2nd is a day off. And then the whole following week is spring break. Our first day back is April 12th, which is that following Monday. Can we go to outside sporting events? Chloe, no, not yet. Unfortunately, no, not yet. What's up? What's up with you? Gina, you have FOMO. Yes, I get it. 100% I get it. All right. Students on IG, fire away to questions. Keep them coming, guys. When is graduation? Greg, I don't have a date yet. It will be in June. I've proposed a date. Obviously I can't release that, and I'm waiting to get approval. They definitely have to be within a range. And so the date that I proposed is actually, I'm not going to give you any more information. As soon as I get approval and as soon as I've got that information, I promise you it will be going straight out. Absolutely. Arbaz, will you or anyone be able to stream games for the soccer season? Yep, absolutely. We've been very fortunate for the winter season that we had and the fall season, the way the sports teams line up. Arbaz, what's going to get tricky in the spring is when we have multiple home games going on at the same time. Being able to stream YouTube and stream Facebook and stream Instagram, because on any given day, we might have softball, baseball, soccer, and tennis going on at the same time, or, lacrosse and tennis, or just, it is very hard for us to be in multiple places at the same time. Streaming everything. So Mr. Tallman, our director of student activities, and I have to make a decision on how we're going to do that. What are some ideas you have about graduation? I've got a lot of ideas. I have to keep them to myself for now. I've been sworn to secrecy not to talk about graduation. I know they've mentioned some, but which have you considered about bringing up to get approved to happen? Okay, that's a fair question. So some things to get considered. We can't do it indoors on a large scale. I think the goal for all of us has been to have as big of a gathering as possible, as many students at once graduating. So outdoor venues are things that we've looked at, a centralized venue that all the high schools can graduate. The stadium graduation, like a drive-in theater type graduation, parades, those things have all been considered. And then if we weren't able to do that large scale, maybe something in the auditorium where we could do multiple families at the same time so that, a group of friends could graduate together, maybe five friends at a time, as opposed to, last year we did one at a time. So there were a lot of considerations and a lot of formats that we kicked around. And I took feedback from the community, feedback from the students. When I do these Facebook Lives, you all give me great ideas. As a matter of fact, 2 of those ideas came from this group on Facebook and Instagram Live on during a session. Kelly, Gary, thank you. I guess you can tell that I need a break. Oh, I know I'm looking rough right now. Scott Hinderlight, I know it's too early, but do you know where the virtual students will need to park when they come for SOL testing? Yeah, so students who drive are going to be taking, so let me ask you this. If you're talking about the writing SOL that we're doing right now, they can park at Main and then report to door 2. We have a shuttle going back and forth to keep the students safe to get to West. But if you're talking about SOLs after spring break, like, biology and algebra 2 and those things, they'll be parking at main campus. Because not a lot of students go in person, we have plenty of room for parking for those SOL days. All right. Pat's Nation. Devish, what's up, buddy? Long time no see, man. I hope you're well. All right, I think I'm caught up on IG, and I think I'm caught up on Facebook, and I'm caught up on YouTube. Let's go, Jones. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in to carve out time on your Wednesday afternoon. Staying engaged, staying informed, staying connected. It's great for you to be here. I appreciate you so much. Mary on IG, do you know if your idea will be approved soon? I'm hoping. I've pushed to have a pre-spring break announcement. I just don't know if we're going to get the green light to make that announcement before spring break. I would love to send you guys off on spring break. Obviously, that's tomorrow is the last day of school before spring break. I'd love to be able to send you off on spring break with what the graduation date, location, time, format, all that stuff is going to be. Yep, that's right, Devish. Good stuff. Hi, Miss Pacquiao. Thank you so much for the cookies. We have a few left over. We left them in the fridge, but they were the talk of the day. So thank you so much, Miss Pacquiao, for the cookies and the card. Very much appreciated. The office staff absolutely loved it. As a matter of fact, Kaylee got a cookie too after school. Rain, for the candid pictures and putting them together, will it be like a 21 filled with all our pictures? Ooh, I didn't think about a 21. I don't know if they can pull that off with that many. Rain, I think it's going to be a huge, big picture. Like 3 foot tall by 4 feet wide, basically like a big rectangle with all of your rectangle pictures. So for the class picture, I don't think we can fit it in a 21. It'll be just all the rectangles stacked up like a rectangle. At the same time, you are actually sitting and posing. Not like one of the pictures will be for our composite that we're doing. But you are sitting for cap and gown pictures for you as well. So pretty big deal. Do you know when graduation will be? Not yet. I'm waiting for the green light to make an announcement on date, time, location, and format. All right, good. All right, Catherine Mary on Facebook. I'm sorry if I'm behind. No, you're good. But are all SOLs in person? Yep, every SOL that we administer has to be in person. Teresa Sharper, for virtual students, do they come into school to take the SOLs? If so, are they allowed to stay the whole day or do we have to pick them up? I prefer that you pick them up. because our classrooms are set up based on our students who are in person, and we've done a really good job at keeping everything 6 feet. We could talk about that. We got to make that decision. It is very difficult for us to hold on to and manage your child for the second part of that day, especially if they finish early. So I'll have to talk to our testing coordinator. We're trying to get through writing now. We'll talk about non-writing for May after spring break. So more to come on that. Great questions, by the way. Awesome questions. Linda Stansel, have incoming night in specialty center for fall and wondering what dates to avoid for vacation this summer so she doesn't miss any events or orientation. Ooh, that's great. We have not set summer dates for any of those orientations. We will do the summer portion of our Camp Squire will be virtual, so she'd be able to tune in anywhere. The actual orientation date for ninth graders will be the first day of school. I have not talked to Mr. Barrick, our specialty center coordinator, about any summer orientations. They would most likely be virtual, but you never know. COVID could magically go away, and we can all, hold hands and sing Kumbaya together. So that's a great question, Ms. Stansel. I do not have the answer to that right now. Kathy Tomney, do you know what is going on with prom? Yes, we're very close to approval on that. Our prom planning committee, wonderful group of young ladies, students. We've got senior class senior class president, junior class president, and then a prom planning council, and then our administrator who oversees the juniors. They've laid out a great alternative. We can't have a prom like we know it, but we will give the students a reason to dress up. We'll give them a really cool experience, and we'll be able to produce some memories from that with what format they have. So as soon as we get the approval, we'll publish all of that. I did ask everyone to pencil in May 22nd. We have decided that we're going to limit it to juniors and seniors at Thomas Dale only. So that is one thing that I can share with you now. But the format and the theme and all that, I want to keep that a secret so the prom planning committee can share that. That's a pretty cool part of being on the planning committee. For me, Kathy, just to kind of sum it up, I think where we are with COVID and what we are and are not allowed to do, what these ladies have planned, it's pretty awesome. All right. All right. Jay Martinez, can we walk out when we are done with the SOL? Are you talking about writing? Like the writing that we're doing tomorrow and then the 2 days after spring break? Yeah, we try to control dismissal so that it's not a distraction. So it's not like I turn in my test and I walk out. It's not that simple and unorganized. Wasn't the keyword test that 11th graders took today, wasn't that the substitute for English SOL? English writing, yes. So remember, your English verified credit comes from a part writing score and a part reading score. So you took your writing, the writing portion of that today. So you'll still have to take reading in May. All right. YouTube, due to my nerves and faulty memory, I need to ask this so I can plan accordingly. Is the writing SOL in 2 parts? So Patrick Adams, if you're in 10th grade, the writing SOL is in 2 parts. Yes, there's a multiple choice part and there's a writing prompt. If you're in 11th grade, it is the business work keys, which is one shot, one part. All right. Hello. Thank you for asking great questions. Please keep them coming. Great questions. You always ask great questions. Things that we need to start planning for, like this morning, there was a question about the senior awards ceremony that we do every year. We haven't even talked about that as a team, and that's 2 months out. So obviously we got to get rocking and rolling with that, and at a minimum get a date on the calendar. Question about specialty center orientation in the summer. haven't even thought about that. So yes, you all ask great questions. Patrick, you'll do it in the same day. Joe, hello. Hola. Buenos tardes, señora. Can we do anything to help? No, you just keep rocking and rolling. You know, I appreciate the things that are going to be a lift, that knowing that we have some parents out there who are just raising their hand, ready to rock and roll. So I will keep all of your offers to help in mind. I know there's going to come a need, and it's probably going to be pretty soon because we're all tapped out and there are a million balls in the air that we're juggling. Zena Castelvecchi, when will boys soccer start or signups for tryouts? I'm so afraid I'm going to miss it. April 12th is the first day for boys tryouts. So if you have your son, all of that information is posted on our Thomas Dale Students and Families Canvas course, which he should have a subscription to in his Canvas. Open that up. We have a posting on there that has all the information. There's a one-pager. But the Monday we get back from spring break, April 12th, that's the first day of tryouts. Teresa Evans, is there an option to stay virtual for next year? Yes, awesome question. So the virtual option for next year is CCPS online. The deadline to register is July 9th. You would not be an official Thomas Dale student. You would still be on our rolls, but you would not be a Thomas Dale student going virtual. It would be CCPS online. Thomas Dale High School next year will be in person only. There will be no fully virtual option at Thomas Dale next year. Lauren Torres. Hi, Dr. Jones. We have cap and gown pickup tomorrow. Awesome. We have already prepaid. Is our appointment drive-through and which side of the building? I received an email confirmation today. Thanks. Yep. Thank you for asking. It's on the student parking lot side. The way we would do it, all of our drive-ins, you come in on the old Centralia entrance and just follow the sidewalk all the way around. You can't miss it. They've got it set up. It's like 8 tables with all the cap and gowns. He puts out a big flag that says, graduation expert here. Jay Radebush, our Herf Jones rep, he's there to greet. I'll be out there for a little while. I've got a podcast interview I'm doing at 4:30, and then we've got a game tomorrow night. So I don't know how much I'm going to be out there to hang out to see all the students roll through and parents. I hope that helps, Lauren. Great questions. Thank you for asking. Just good stuff. Make sure I'm staying up on YouTube live chat. Yep, good to go. Great questions. Yes, Lauren, thank you. You're welcome. Instagram, if you got some questions. If we have any juniors on Instagram or junior parents on the Facebook or on the Instagram, why am I assuming that I just make this assumption that parents are on Facebook and kids are on IG? I sent an email out with a 5-minute video from me explaining our job shadowing experience, which we call Nigella. Juniors, get signed up. Just amazing opportunities to help you prepare, plan, and get ready for what's next. You don't want to be the graduate who wakes up the day after graduation and says, "Oh my God, what do I do now?" So, Nikayla on IG, did anyone ask about graduation yet? Yep, just about everybody did. But I'm happy to answer your questions right now. I'm in a holding pattern, waiting for the plan to get approved. I've proposed date, time, location, format. All of that's approved, or all of that's not approved. It's waiting approval. The plan's in the hands, the things that we're going to need to pull it off. I can't wait to share it with you, and I can't wait to have the graduation with you. I'm just waiting on that green light. As soon as I get it, I promise, even if it's over spring break, I promise I will publish that out directly to parents via email and phone call, and then I'll also share it on social media. Karen Bar, did I miss any graduation updates? Yeah, hopefully you just heard my quick 30 seconds about graduation. I promise you all that as soon as I know, I'll push that information out. You'll be maybe, of course, I'll let our faculty and staff know. I've got to let our planning team know. We've already talked through some of the components as we were putting our proposal together and our plan together. And then, of course, I want to notify my faculty and staff first, and then it'll go right out to senior parents. And then right after that, I'll publish to social media. Just keep everyone in the loop and everyone informed. Is there only one SOL for 10th graders? So Libby, great question. So theoretically, it depends on what class you take. So Libby, you've got to take the writing, which you should be signed up to take like the week of the 19th. So writing, and if you're in biology, you've got to take the biology. If you've already passed your math SOL graduation requirement, you're good. If you've already passed your social studies graduation requirement, you're good. But biology you have to take, and then writing you have to take. And then for the second part of your English, you will take reading in your 11th grade year, Libby. I hope that helps. LOL X Ritu, I might be messing that up, my bad, on Instagram. What time would tryouts start on April 12th for soccer? I think it's right after school, but if you go on our Thomas Dale High School Students and Families Canvas course, there's a one-pager with all the info you need for tryouts. It's also posted on our website under athletics. Janice Johnson, I have a link for some scholarships that seniors can review. Is it okay to post a link here, or is there a preferred method for sharing the link with seniors? Yeah, you could post. I forget where it should be. It was shared via Canvas, and then I published a Bitly on here. It's called the Green Sheet. Yeah, it's public. Absolutely. I think that's. Oh, maybe you're thinking. I'm thinking that you mean something else, Janice. Yeah, absolutely. Share away. Share it here, and I'll archive this video. I'm talking to Janice on Facebook now. I will archive this video. W's, U's, and R's back to back are hard for me. I will archive this video, which means that the comments and the link that you post will be available. Boys soccer interest meeting tomorrow, 4/1 at 6 p.m. via Google Meet. TD's awesome. Thank you. As life gets back to normal, will you keep doing Facebook Lives, meaning next school year? Yeah, I think so. Ms. Garcon, I did my big thing my first 2 years was coffee with the principal. Some of you have attended the coffees. So I would do coffee with the principal at 7 in the morning at school, and then sunset snacks at 7 in the evening at the school with me, live and in person. This is a lot better for all of us. So this format, during the height of information share, I think I was on here once a week. Then I cut it back to once every 2 weeks. I think I did the last time you heard from me was our preparation for in-person on March 9th. So it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since you've seen me. I'll probably keep it to every 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks. But I have a feeling that our spring is going to be hectic and there's lots of information to share. So I'll probably keep it every 2 weeks. I'll do a morning session and an evening session just so, our folks who have different schedules can still tune in and hang out with me. I've seen and signed up my sophomore for the English SOL, but haven't done that yet for bio. No, you haven't missed anything, Lauren. We do writing in March and April, and then all of the non-writing happens in May. We'll probably do bio the way we normally do testing, just because I've got to get all of the bio done. But for some of the other SOLs for the main campus, we'll probably do it by appointment like we did for writing. At the West Campus, we're going to have to do testing like we normally do because we've got to test all 9th graders and all the subjects. So we'll have a science day, a social studies day, and a math day. So all of that, Lauren, to say, no, you haven't missed anything. Janice Johnson. Okay, here goes. Parents there are also Scott. Oh, okay, awesome. Janice Johnson on Facebook. Janice is. Oh, I thought you were posting the link. Maybe that's coming next. Catherine Mary, what grades do writing? So typically, there was a shift in the writing, and then COVID shut all of that down. So we historically do writing in 10th grade and reading in 11th grade. But because the 10th graders last year did not get to take the writing. That's why they're taking the writing now. So what we typically do is 10th grade in writing, which our 10th graders are taking it, and then 11th grade English reading, because every student needs to pass writing and reading to get that verified English credit for graduation. All right, what time would tryout? Okay, so boom. All right, I'm caught up. Man, you guys are just asking such great questions. Keep them coming. Always asking great questions. Let me go over here and check YouTube. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. Oh, can you tell I'm tired? Our senior virtual students coming in for exams. Yeah, Kathy Tomnay, awesome question over here on Facebook. As of right now, final exams are still on. We haven't been given any information otherwise. There are a lot of details and clarifying questions that we've asked as a group of principals because there's a lot that entails with that. So we're holding tight on that because I simply don't know. I don't know if students are going to have to come in for exams. I don't know what the exemptions are going to be. We typically do exam exemptions for performance on AP, for performance on SOL, senior exam exemptions, so on and so forth. So definitely stay tuned. There's much more to share. I don't know enough. All that I know right now is that exams are still in play. Our entire community knows how I feel about midterm exams and final exams. I am not a fan of them. There is no educational value and there's no research that supports that they improve student learning outcomes. The amount of instructional time that is lost due to giving exams and preparing exams is not worth it. So it's not a secret how I feel about exams and what my stance is around exams. All right, moving on. What SOLs do ninth graders take? So ninth graders, of course, it depends on what classes they take, but the three they take are a science. So whatever, it might be earth science or bio. They take world history 1, even if they're AP, and if they're an AP human, they still take world history 1, and then they take a math. So the 3 maths that our ninth graders are typically in are algebra 1, geometry, and algebra 2. So they will take 3 SOLs. It will be their math, their science, and their social studies. Michelle Good, when is the reading portion of the SOL for juniors? It'll be in May when we're doing our big testing window. That will be in May. Gina Garzon, did your day get better from this morning? You do sound more upbeat. My day did get better. As the day gets along and you feed off of energy, and obviously as you start to accomplish goals and get the things that give you anxiety off your plate, things absolutely get better. They're no less heavy. But like I was sharing this morning, actually the live was kind of therapeutic for me. So just being able to verbalize that and then just feeling your energy, it absolutely helps. I think it also helps knowing that tomorrow is the last day before spring break. Can we still order cap and gown? Yes, absolutely. And so I'm not going to be able to send you the link right away. But if you send me a DM, because I know you and I DM back and forth all the time, send me a DM and I'll get you the direct link so you can order your cap and gown. All right. Will 10th grade still take the WISE test? Yeah, so students who are in econ personal finance, our teachers have actually determined who's going to test and who's not going to test. That would be a case-by-case basis. I know we've already had a couple classes test. Matter of fact, Mr. Fish emailed me to let me know that 23 out of 23 passed when he gave that. But if you want to send me an email with your child's name and that specific question, I'll find out for you so that it's communicated and it's clear. I know me saying the word clear it makes me chuckle. So I hope you're over there chuckling because very few things have been cleared since March 13th, 2020. And here we are going on the almost 13 months of this madness. So me saying clear, I just gave myself the hiccups, is funny. So virtual students will take their SOLs in person. All SOLs are done in person. So they will be done in person, depending on what grade you're in. Ninth grade will be done at West Campus. Main campus students will be done at main campus. That's with exception of writing. So the writing SOL, like we're doing right now, we're finishing up 11th grade tomorrow, and then we're doing 2 days the week we get back from spring break. And then the following week is 10th grade writing. We're doing all of that by appointment at West Campus. Nikwiki on Instagram. It all depends on which test you're asking about. All right, what is clear to many of us, it's the amazing job you're doing. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've said it before. It's the team I get to represent. Of course, I get to be the face of it, but our leadership team is amazing. Our teachers are amazing. Our counselors are amazing. Our support staff, just totally amazing. It's a truly amazing faculty and staff that I work for. So it's the great job that they're doing. Our success is attributed fully to them. I can't take credit. I just get to be the face of it. What is the name of the class 10th graders have to take that goes along with the WISE test? I joined at the end of your discussion about this. The name of the class is Economics and Personal Finance. We call it EPF. We call it Econ Personal Finance. So it's the Economics and Personal Finance class. On YouTube, KK96, is tomorrow a 3-hour release? No, tomorrow is not a 3-hour release. It is a full day. We do have Friday off though. So full day of school tomorrow, not a 3-hour release. All right. We're just about 30 minutes in. Keep the questions. Is this mandatory for 10th graders? There is an option to opt out. I strongly recommend, wait. All right. So students need to have a credentialed test completed if they don't get an advanced diploma. So I want to keep this as general as possible without speaking directly to what your child is, because that's definitely a conversation that your child and the counselor can have. But if a student gets an advanced diploma, that's 26 credits with 3 years of one world language or 2 years of 2 world languages, then they do not need to get the credential like the WISE test at the end of Econ Personal Finance. If they're getting a standard diploma, then they've got to get a credential, which WISE for Econ Personal Finance qualifies for that. Tell me the name of the class one more time, please. Economics and Personal Finance, Econ Personal Finance. Is the WISE test in person or virtual? That's a great question. I think it's a virtual test. But it's all handled by the Econ Personal Finance teachers, which is why I'm drawing a blank right now. Thank you. What if we never took it due to COVID? You would have been notified earlier this year if you would have had to take it. You would have been notified. And you're a senior, right? I think you're a senior, and I think you're good to go. If you weren't contacted earlier this year to take it. But if you want to, you can shoot me a DM, or it's easier for you to email me on this one. If you email me on this one, I can put you in contact with our testing coordinator, or you can reach out to your counselor, because your counselor can let you know. And any senior who's not on track to graduate knows it, because we are in their business. If you feel like you're good to go, and we're not all up in your business about graduation requirements, then you're good to go. Are the graduates allowed to wear cords to recognize accomplishments? Great question. Lisa Dishman Tatum on Facebook. The cords and stoles and medallions come from school sponsored. And then school-sponsored clubs that have a GPA requirement. So our honor societies, we have a specialty center medal, and then we have honor society stoles as well. So that's it. That's it for graduation regalia. We do not allow cords or stoles or pins or patches from any outside entity that's not school-sponsored and tied to a GPA requirement. Joy Prickett, is MAP testing for sophomores still occurring April 12th? No, ma'am. We just received news that spring MAP testing would be optional. And I think everybody knows how I feel about testing. We have opted out. So we will not administer the MAP test to students. Quite frankly, we're testing our kids way too much. You all know how I feel about testing. So we are not, the MAPS test will not be going on the week we get back from spring break, which is awesome. Yeah, so Lisa, that's a no to Eagle Scouts as well. What about class officials? That black girl, nay, what do you mean by that? What about class officials? Yeah, can you explain what you mean by that? You are now my favorite principal. Why is that? What did I do to earn that distinction, Patrick, on YouTube? I understand. So class officials, because there's no GPA required, that's tied to that, and it's not a recognized honor society by the school. You don't get the cords. All right, keep your questions coming. You're asking amazing questions as always. Thank you so much for being engaged. Thanks for staying connected, and thanks for staying informed. Thanks for asking great questions. You opted us out of MAPS. Yeah, you're welcome, Patrick. You're welcome. Is that all it took for me to be your favorite principal? What about all the other stuff I do? No, I'm just kidding. Glad I could make you happy, Patrick. All right, probably because students agree with you about tests. Yes, yes, Gina. Absolutely. All right, rocking and rolling. I think I'm caught up. Let me scroll through IG a little bit. Looking good over here. Let me scroll through Facebook. Looking good, looking good. All right, yes. I'll hang out for a couple more minutes. If there aren't any more questions popping in, then I won't make everybody stay on. But I am here. Please fire away the questions. Nick Wiki, I am, is your name Nikki? And you just put that cool little spin on the middle of your name. I'm working on that. When I'm king of the world, we won't be taking SOLs. All right, Catherine Mary, will we be notified about what dates our students will be taking the SOLs based on their classes? Yep, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. We're working to get through writing. And then 2 to 3 weeks after spring break, we'll have our plan formalized, and then we will communicate that out. Sierra Monique on IG. Do you know the date for graduation? Nope, I do not have a green light on the date. I have not been given permission on the date that I proposed. And so until that comes, there's nothing for me to publish. Will we potentially walk across a stage? Yeah, so I think every format that I've proposed, that we thought about, that was on the table, there was walking across the stage involved. Nicole. All right. Thank you, Nicole. I got you. That's a lot easier to say than Nick Wiki. All right. Let me catch up on YouTube real quick. Tomorrow is not early release. YouTube. Why is everybody on YouTube think tomorrow is an early release? Full day of school tomorrow. And yes, we're still having breakfast. All right. right, that's that. Yep, you've done a great job, and I think you have shown your own TV show with the Thomas Dale students. Oh, my own TV show with this. Well, that's a great idea, Janice. I'm actually, I actually have a, well, this doesn't have anything to do with that, but I've got an outline for a book I think I'm going to write. Your boy. You want to be a principal for a day? All right. Hey, did you fill out the form? I posted a form on IG, a couple of quick questions, what you like most about Thomas Dale and what you would change if you were a principal for a day. We did 3. Go ahead and fill that out for me, or send me a DM. I got you. Come into school, you could be principal for a day. Yeah, Patrick, it's a gross rumor. There is no early release tomorrow. All right. Hey, when you DM me, remember to put your name in there. I forgot your name. I now I know you as that black girl, Nay. And then put some dates that work for you, and that would work best for you. And then I'll look at my schedule and I'll make sure it's a really cool day for you to get a good experience as the principal for a day. YouTubers are trying to use the power of suggestion. Yes. Oh, can I put an emoji on your comment? Can I do that as the host? No, I can't. That's great. Maybe you should send a text reminding that is a full day tomorrow. No, I think it's some students on YouTube like just trying to get out of a full day. Shawnee, that's right. I got you, Shawnee. Oh, Lauren, that was great. Trying to be influencers. Hey, what's the GPA scale for honors classes in AP? Isaiah. So honors gives you a 0.5 bump, and then AP gives you a 1.0 bump. So whatever grade you get, like C minus would be like maybe 2.1. And if you got a C minus or 2.2 or whatever, I don't know. I don't have the grading scale in front of me. But if you're in an AP class, you got a C minus that was a 2.2. You add the 1.0 bump and it becomes a 3.2. So it's a full point bump for AP and a half point bump for honors. It's also a full point bump for dual enrollment. All right. It's that awkward pause where I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. I'll give it one more minute. If we are done, I'm gonna say goodnight and I'm gonna catch up on my sleep. I told the morning crew I woke up about 1:45 this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. Way too much on my mind. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. Of course, I'm tired. And yeah, so I've been up since 1:45. Carrie says she agreed with you about tests and there should be removed forever. Yes. I think there's a place for some things, but I think there's a much better way to measure whether or not a student mastered the objectives for the class. There's a much better way. It does cost more money, and it's a little bit more stressful on the adults, but shouldn't that be where the stress is, not on the kids? 5.0 is the highest you would get, Isaiah. Because 4.0 would be an A+, and then you add the 1.0 bump, and 5.0 would be the highest you could get for a class. Kathy Tomney, thank you and your staff. Yeah, it's my staff that's awesome. I think everybody knows that. Everybody knows how awesome our teachers are. Everybody knows how awesome our counselors are. Everybody knows how awesome our office staff, our custodians, our leadership team, and our assistant principals. Everybody knows how awesome our DSA, Ricky Tallman is. Just an incredible faculty and staff. It's my honor. It's my privilege to get to call myself the principal of this school. Like every once in a while, I'll pinch myself like, are you dreaming? Like, are you really? Every once in a while I'll pull into Thomas Dale and I'll think, oh my gosh, I am the principal of this school. That is just amazing. Extremely humbling. It's obviously honor. It's just a high honor. Taking a biology test. Awesome. Amber Dale, when I went to school, it was much better and had better teachers back then. Just to let y'all know out there. I give any teacher of any school in any era, our teachers right now, I'll put them up against anybody. All right. If there are no other questions, I am out. I am going to have an evening until I fall asleep and pray that I can sleep through the night tonight. Please give me a full night's rest. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time. If I don't see you before spring break, have an awesome spring break. Peace.